Hi. So I originally was going to film my 2017 favorites tag today. I went to bed, or I tried to go to bed, thinking that I was going to do it today, but it's probably due to jet lag, also due to just whatever, but I couldn't go to sleep, so I was up, and then I got a message. I was like, I can't believe what happened to SHINee. And I was like, what? And when I read that message, because I'm in a cacao group chat that we made years ago off of K-pop Amino, and we talk about some stuff on daily basis, different stuff, our personal lives, all that. And someone said, I can't believe what happened for SHINee, and I was like, what's that supposed to mean? And I immediately thought that they were talking about they disbanded. So I immediately pulled up my web browser and started searching on the websites for K-pop news, and they didn't disband. Instead, the news broke out that on December 18th in Korea, Jonghyun, the main vocalist of SHINee, was found in a residence, and he ultimately passed away, and they think the cause of his death was suicide, and he is no longer with us. And when I read the news, I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it, but it was true. It's true, and it is so devastating. So I wanted to make this video to kind of look back on happy moments, happy memories, and also address some more serious issues that we'll get to eventually. But back when I was first getting into K-pop, the first boy group song that I heard when I was young and looking up Korean pop music on YouTube, the first boy group song and video was for SHINee's Replay. So I clicked it, and I was intrigued. I loved the song so much. I thought it was so fun, so catchy, and it sounded so cool because it was in Korean, and I wasn't used to listening to music in Korean. And I thought it was amazing. And the members, the 5 of them, I was like, wow, 5 members, and they all look so handsome. But the one that stood out to me, and I remember this very clearly when I was watching it, and he had his face, close up before he started singing, Jonghyun, in that cafe. I was like, who is he? That I think he's the one that stands out to me the most. And ever since then, he has been the one in SHINee that spoke to me and was the one that was my favorite. He's still my favorite. He's never going to stop being my favorite. And I was just like, that is the one. And before I even knew what a bias was, he was the bias for me in SHINee. Every time I would watch that video, because I didn't know any of their other songs, I would just watch the video and see him, and I was like, he is so cute, and he has such a great voice. He is beautiful. Everything about him is beautiful. And it wasn't until later, around Sherlock era, that I really started getting into SHINee heavy, and he still remains my favorite. I eventually learned his name was Jonghyun. Back then I didn't know nothing about how to look up K-pop facts and stuff, okay? But I learned his name was Jonghyun, and I was like, that is the one he's my favorite. And I learned what biases were. Like everything came gradually, and I was like, Jonghyun is my bias in SHINee. And SHINee has always been a very special group to me because if it really wasn't for me clicking on that video out of pure curiosity, I wouldn't have known anything about K-pop. And I feel so special that such an amazing, talented group of individuals, 5 boys, 5 friends, were the ones to really start pushing me into what I've truly loved. And over the years, SHINee has remained an important part of my K-pop history, my K-pop story. And I haven't bought a lot of SHINee stuff in the past years, but I do have a few, and I love their music. Their music is so good. They do every genre imaginable. They have hip-hop style songs, funk, pop, R&B, ballads, just everything. And it's beautiful. And Jonghyun's voice in those songs sounds so good and so beautiful. His voice is literally like an angel calling. And to hear that he's not going to be able to make any music anymore and that he's now no longer with us is very heartbreaking to me. And I was kind of tired when I first read the news, so it didn't really start hitting me with the emotions until today. And it's a lot to deal with, and I really wish that he would have tried to help himself and not think that this was the right answer or the only answer to end his life. I really wish that he would have went against what the common mindset is about mental health issues and depression and just seeked the help he needed. Because if you don't know, South Korea, their view on mental health and stuff like that is very negative. It has a lot to do with self-pride issues and Confucianism traditions that were installed way back in the ancient days. And it's very upsetting that trying to seek mental help and therapeutic help for yourself is frowned upon, that you're not a strong person, that you're weak for it. And you're not weak for it. If you feel like you're depressed or something ain't right with you and you feel like the only way that you are going to be satisfied is if you take your own life, you should just not care what no one has to say about you wanting to get help, and you should go get help. Maybe you won't be able to get the greatest help you need in Korea, but you can find it elsewhere. So it's very upsetting that he ended his life, and he was so young. He wasn't even in his 30s. He was only in his late 20s, and he had so much more life left to live, and so much more to give, and so much more to do, and so much more to experience, and all the memories. And it's very unfortunate that we won't get a new SHINee comeback with all 5 of them. The last one was in Korea was that one Tell Me What to Do and One of One, and it just sucks. He was a beautiful man. He was beautiful. His music composition, his lyrics, his lyricism, his singing voice. He was the perfect package of a beautiful, heartfelt, soulful musician. He was a musician. He is a musician. And you could tell in his music that he really cared. And it's just very unfortunate. And I feel so sad for everyone that's listened to SHINee songs, loves SHINee, biases Jonghyun, ultimate biases Jonghyun, ultimate group of SHINee, that this has happened and that this is what it's led to. So the suicide issues and depressions in Korea, they need to be addressed, because the way things are going is not right. It's not right. Get the help. If you feel like you need to get the help, get the help. It doesn't make you a weaker person for wanting to better yourself and try to be happy living life. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less of a person. It doesn't make you less of a man or a woman. You're trying to do what's best for you. And if other people don't agree with it, then they aren't truly supporting you. And I watched Shower 360's video and Angel's 2014 video. And they're both huge fans of SHINee. Jonghyun is Angel 2014's favorite member of SHINee. And I feel so bad for them and everyone else that loves SHINee to pieces. And I just hope that his family will be able to be okay eventually. They're not going to be okay for a while. And they might never truly be fully 100% okay with what happened or come to terms with everything. But I hope and pray that they can overcome. And to everybody in K-pop, in the entertainment business that has been affected by Jonghyun, I hope all the best for them as well. This is truly a grieving period, and what a shitty way to wrap up 2017 with all the other bullshit that's happened this year. This is just too damn much. And I feel so bad for the other members of SHINee because they lost such an important part of them. And I really don't know what's going to happen. And it's not going to be the same without him and his voice in the songs, harmonizing with the other four members, belting his high notes above in the choruses and ad-libs and everything else. And I really hope that they remain strong because they lost a friend, a brother, a group member. They lost so much. His family lost so much. And it is truly devastating. OT5 forever. OT5 forever. And this really goes to show that we really need to be conscious of what we are saying online also, because a lot of people in stan K-pop and K-pop in general, they like to run their mouth a lot. I do too. I'm a culprit of this, where we say some very harsh things about people in the K-pop music world, and we may not think that anything will come of it, but sometimes it does. And this is an example. So we need to watch what we say, because words are very hurtful. And they can do a lot of damage to someone, and you might not know, because they might be trying to be strong and put on a front that they're okay when really inside they're not okay. And it's very unfortunate. We need to do better. We need to do better. And we need to love his music that he has made and all his contributions to how he's shaped K-pop. His memory is not going to die. He's going to live on with us forever. And I hope that now he's out of pain and in a place where he can rest and be peaceful, because he deserves it. He is such a strong, beautiful person with everything that he's done. He is not perfect. No one is perfect. But because he's a celebrity and he's in the spotlight, it gives more people they think that it gives them the opportunity to say such hurtful things, and it's really not okay. Jonghyun, we'll all miss you, and we'll just have to see what happens from here. There's a big hole in K-pop right now, and it's not going to be filled, unfortunately. And that is it. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.